Okay, we are back to another stream of Elden Ring. We've returned now to the base game. We've finished the Shadow of the Erdtree. Got all the bosses. There's a couple things actually I want to pick up in there before we fully go into the base game. But for all intents and purposes, we're done. We're done with the Elden Ring DLC. So now we're gonna take our fun little new toys and finish up the rest of the base game. Yes, Shadow of the Erdtree over party. Hooray, hooray. So, with that in mind, I think I'm going to stick to this outfit for now. And keep using Milady. Now, before we actually do that, there is something I missed. I actually missed this part when we... I'm trying to remember where it is, though, because we got sidetracked by the tree sentinels here, so I wanted to go back. Oh, you know what? We got sidetracked because we went down this way. We didn't go up here. There's one more thing I wanted to show before we start up again. It's nice to be noise pollution on Argo's television. Yep. Excuse me. That was only gonna be a thing until I fully finished the DLC. Not that I thought anyone would come in here and start screaming spoilers, which I still can't get over that one guy. Somebody came in towards the end of the stream saying like, hey, you shouldn't have late game bosses in your title. The game's only been out for 12 days. And I'm like, buddy, all it said was me being blessed and then losing to Mikola. Did you think you weren't gonna fight Mikola? Let's be real here. Come on. Also, why are you looking on YouTube at the risk of seeing spoilers? Couldn't get over that. That's a technical foul. Anyway, so yeah, we got sidetracked by the tree sentinels here, but there's a whole village up here that I wanted to show off, as you can see. The Shaman Village. A little minor Erdtree. And the minor Erdtree incantation. So this is basically from what we've gathered, from what I've seen now, this is the village where Marika was from as an Empyrean. And after I beat Radon last night, I was looking up stuff about like, oh, since I've seen everything, that means I don't need to worry about spoilers. And then like, hey, here's a golden village you missed, dumbass. I'm like, oh, I missed that. Marika loved her Omen children. She kept them in a sewer, so probably not. I want to leave 8 Crazy Nights as some weird fever dream movie in my imagination. If I watch it, that will ruin the magic. I've watched 8 Crazy Nights. It's really carried by the memes for the most part. I swear there was something else around here other than that. Sorry, itch my nose. Because like other parts of it are really like kind of gross to watch. Hang on, I swear there was something else here. There's like a goat. There was like an image of like a woman in the corner somewhere, like behind trees. Around here, somewhere. I mean, she did forbid cutting off horns of omens, so maybe some tough love. Well, it's not that. No, so the thing about omens is, if they're not born of nobility, they have their horns cut off, which, you know, those who have them have a higher chance of dying because it's like cutting off limbs at that point. But omens of nobility get to just live in the sewer with their horns. It's not exactly a real. It's the equivalent of Quasimodo being locked up in Notre Dame. I swear I saw like there's like a locket or something around here. Interesting topic. What is your favorite game controller? What is your least favorite game controller? I would say, I guess my favorite would probably be the GameCube one, just because it's so iconic. I know it's kind of funky looking. Least favorite controller, I would probably have to say, I'm looking at the ones I have. Probably the Joy-Cons by themselves. Like, if you use the little itty-bitty ones, like, you don't use the Joy-Cons together, you use just one, and just use it to the side, that one's really awkward. Especially if you have a right Joy-Con, so you have the other side of the edge all up close to you. Unless they're down here. Oh, it's just bringing us down to the rise. Oh. Use Usher Anna into Stormhelge's Spirit Ashes? Sure. Okay, now we have Jolin and Anna as Spirit Ashes. But can I get her armor? I wanted her armor. She's literally got Sauron's helmet. Alright, anyway, so I was trying to find... Oh, wait, hang on. What's this here? Spell Machinist's Bell Bearing. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, that was America's home. The shamans were also made to become saints. You see those big, like those giant meat piles that we were fighting in the dungeons that were in the living jar pots? Those were all tortured people of the same shaman village as America was. So the idea is that the reason why America sent Mesmer to basically smite all of them out is because they all what's it called? Ooh, yeah, Rebath's Great Bolt. Ooh. They all basically they were put in pots to be tortured to become saints and all that, and Mesmer was sent out to stop the Horn's Net from doing that, Horn Scent from doing that, and basically it was like, you know, revenge, bad, all that stuff. Vadi explains it a bit more thoroughly than mine. There was supposed to be like a lock of hair somewhere in there, I think, but I couldn't find it. I don't care, whatever. Anyway, Minor Erdtree. Secret incantation of Queen Marika. Only the kindness of gold without order creates a small illusionary Erdtree that continuously restores the HP of nearby alleys. Marika bathed the village of her home in gold, knowing full well that there was no one to heal. It was just like a thing of art. Also, this thing is the equivalent, from what I've seen, those warming stones I've done, but you need 70 faith to do that. No thank you. Speaking of America, hope your dogs won't get frightened of the dozen of fireworks that will be going off tomorrow. They're probably going to go off in like an hour also, so I'm prepared. I'm hopefully prepared for that. Also, tomorrow drops the second, not the second, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 saga for Epic the Musical. The Thunder Saga drops tomorrow. Probably also starts tomorrow and like tonight at midnight. They're doing a marathon of the albums, and also the first 2 sagas are being released with recut music, because apparently the first 2 are in limbo for like royalty purposes with some production company. So the guy who makes Epic is remaking the audio from scratch. So those are being re-released as their own separate things under his company, which, you know, good for him. Though now I'm curious what Just a Man's gonna sound like. Anyway, we have one more. What's it called? We have one more larval tier that we can use. I'm gonna reset my stats, but I do want to still keep using this, so we only just need this to be at 12.
Is it thy way? Now.
Okay, so we can drop this back down to 50. Bring this up to 31. Bring this down to 50. Put that at 12. Bring this back down to 50. Bring this way back up to 50. And then we can start putting more into Arcane. Yeah.
Thou art now a sweeting, full, fine, and fair. My thanks.
We've been born over and over again, several times over. I like this. We don't really need that though, because nothing hits nearly as hard as it used to in the base game, but let's see. Oh yeah, bring this back. I remember the original V1 3DS giving me bad cramps sometimes. It was so small in my hands. Yeah, that's why I can never go back. I have a hard time playing on like the original DS because it's so tiny, especially the Game Boy Advance SP, actually, now that I think about it. But like the 3DS XL is definitely a better size model for me personally. Oh yeah, I need to bring that back up. Oh, actually, you know what? There's a new lightning spell I wanted to get from one of the dungeons. I forgot which one it is, though. Give me a sec. Okay. We're gonna go do a... This been used has been burned into Argo's memory. Oh yeah. We're doing one quick runabout, and then we'll go into DLC, or not DLC. We'll go back into base stuff. All right. There's one spell that I've really wanted to use, and it's that lightning spear with the multiple lightning spears that the Death Knights were throwing at me. I can't get over, actually, now that I think about it, how many... There were only 2 Death Knights in this entire campaign. 2. I was expecting at least one more. I'm already hearing it. Hang on. There it is. Now, we're gonna go back to the base game. So, in order to get through the base game, we now have to go through up to the mountaintop of the giants. Alright, let me just pop on that new lightning bolts. Back over here. Nice. Get out of here. Hey, little buddy. It's the only dog in this game that won't aggro unless we do first, which we just did, because I'm a bad man. It really does feel weird, though, to just go back into the base game now. Like we didn't just spend 40 hours in the underworld, basically. Long shaft axe. Get out of here. Also, we should probably stop and get the runes from Morgott. And that kind of also makes me wish that we got great runes in the DLC. This is the only one we got, and that was only just to stop Miquella's enchantments on us during the end game. But I guess story-wise, it doesn't really make sense to have more shards if Mesmer wasn't part of the shattering, I guess. And it's not like we can really do anything major to improve. Or like add, I guess, but still, a little something. Oh, that could have been useful. I don't know why I'm actually using that. They're probably immune because they're Dragon Cult members. Before we go down, let's go this way. Oh dear. Oh, he's dead. Ow. Get out of here. Omen kill Rolo. Probably could have been useful for certain bosses. Someone, I listened to a podcast and somebody mentioned that probably could have used Black Knight Teach for some of these bosses, which, like, oh man, that would be cool. Where do I have? Oh wait, I got to do Ronnie's quest to get to that. Excuse me. Alright. I really like this sword. I think it's like hitting like some weird force because I'm on an elevator. Here we got Guts. And we got Mogs. I don't feel like walking from the all the way from the capital, so we're just gonna walk from the bridge there. It's not. There it is. Balls. I messed up. I might want to try these out. Oh, I didn't realize actually. Wait, hang on. They naturally become power stancing weapons. That's a weird one. Alright, now we gotta get through the Forbidden Lands. First step back in the lands between. Don't you miss it. always forget there's like that random empty spot there. Also, I just forgot there's a Knights Cavalry back there we could fight, but I'll do that after we deal with this guy. Man, it feels like a breeze now going through these guys by comparison, am I right? Gotcha. Moving right along. I was just going to say every boss in Elden Ring is now easier to Argo after beating Erdtree. Basically, I'll at least be able to breathe by comparison. I'm allowed to make a lot more mistakes as well. Finally, I'm back to fighting things that don't make it look like I have a toothpick for a weapon. Now before we go back there, like I said, we're gonna fight a Knights Cavalry. Yes, point that way. I heard that Smiling Friends already got picked up for a third season. That's true. I believe they have, yes. Which, you know, I'm excited to hear. I may have talked about this before, but I heard also, though, that the entire first season's budget was the equivalent of one episode of Family Guy. Dude, I already... No, wait, no, that was the horse. That was my horse. I got excited thinking I just cleaved this dude's... entire health pool. I mean, kinda, actually, now that I just did that. Please just jump off the cliff. That make it so much easier. Oh, look at that. Zach can lose all his purchases by dividing by the average cost of a Family Guy episode. Imagine. Okay, now we go back. Excuse me.
Please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers. Turn back. Ahead lies the land of the giant's flame, and the way forth is forbidden. Hear me. The burning of the Erdtree is the first cardinal sin. Doing so will unbind destined death and slay the world itself. Who would dare put you up to such a task? Most certainly not the fingers.
I don't want to trust any fingers after dealing with apparently you pronounce her name as Meta. Might be another might be another indication of what's it called? Welsh naming. Up we go. Mountaintop of the Giants. It's been so long. Hello.
Finally, we meet the Tarnished, who would be Lord. Oh my. Why the long face? I fear that you were previously acquainted with this vessel. Well, that is most unfortunate. For he is dead. As for his flesh, he gave it to me. Shabriri.
Huh?
I hope you can make your peace with that. You were about to sacrifice something precious, the life of a fair maiden, that you would toss into the fiery forge, only so that you may be Lord. What a horrible thing to ponder. Your ascendancy requires her sacrifice, whether she wishes it or not. But how would the Lord, crowned so, be looked upon? Chosen, tarnished, and would-be Lord, dare to tread the path of true rigor. Spare the poor girl, and singe your own flesh in her stead. If you are prepared to show resolve, and attain lordship through righteous hardship, then heed the words of I, Shabriri. Chosen, tarnished, and would-be Lord, descend into the depths far below the Erdtree capital. Seek audience with the three fingers and the flame of frenzy. If you inherit the flame of frenzy, your flesh will serve as kindling, and the girl can be spared, setting you on the righteous path of lordship, the path of the Lord of Chaos. Burn the Erdtree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world. Chosen, tarnished, descend into the depths, seek audience with the three fingers and the flame of frenzy.
Yeah, about that. I just found somebody not too long ago that looked like he became a Lord of Frenzy, and he was imbued with a giant prong, and he pulled it out backwards, so no thanks.
This I did not expect, but if you do not care for lordship, I'm afraid you are of no use. This chaos. I can't die. May chaos.
Yeah, no. We ain't about to do that. Hey, Melina, it's been a while.
There is something I'd like to say. My purpose was given to me by my mother, but now I act of my own volition. I have set my heart upon the world that I would have, regardless of my mother's designs. I won't allow anyone to speak ill of that, not even you.
Hey, I met your brother, Mesmer. Wanna talk about that?
Shall I to let my hand share
Okay, no.
with me your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you...
Yeah, no, we remember. It's gonna be a while before I remember these characters' names off the top of my head, but we saw what happened to old Midra. That was not a pleasant scenario I want to put myself into, so we ain't gonna do that. Burn the Erdtree to the ground. Nice try. May chaos take the world. May chaos take the world. Ow. Get out of here. Jesus. Get out of here. Did you see our loud horn outside? I feel like I did. Sorry, I'm like going back and forth here, but I'm trying to remember if there was... if there is a hole, like an entrance into the ruins that we can find in here. It's been a minute since I've entered this part of the game. Now that we have basically an extra 40 hours of content, give or take, depending on how much time we take. Ah, there it is. There it is. Now we have, what's it called? 5 and 6 somber, or 5 or 6 regular smithing stones now. Now the Erdtree is done and dusted. Are there any other upcoming games you're excited for? That's a good question. Well, we know the next DLC for a Souls-like in the future is going to be Lies of P, and I think I saw somewhere that said it's coming out towards the fall, I want to say. So that could be pretty fun. Streaming wise, I'm pretty limited. Hey Fasama, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we have finished the DLC, so in case you still wanted to go in blind, there shouldn't be too much. I still have a couple of remembrances in my inventory, so I might flash that by accident just to find like some spare runes to use, and also, you know, DLC magic. So just a heads up if you're still trying to go in as blind as possible for the DLC. Oh, and the armor I'm wearing, duh. Oh, now we gotta deal with the regular. We gotta deal with the regular imps. Time for Argo to climb back into the sonic cryogenic tube until Lies of P comes up, maybe. We're gonna go back to Monster Hunter Rise after we're done here, so we got that to look forward to at least. I've got no problem with that, but I appreciate the warning. Yeah, no problem. I guess I give warnings like that, though I'm still thinking about how the other night somebody came into my stream saying, like, you're sure enough put a late game boss in your title, if you haven't noticed what the last 3 streams were titled. And it's one of those things, though, I will say, it's like, what did you expect? Did you not think we were gonna fight Mikola in some form? You know? Like, it's one of those things I will say. If you haven't seen what the last few streams have been named. But yeah, we're back in the base game. So everything's gonna feel like everything's not gonna kill me one shot for the most part, except I always forget the one area in this part. What's it called? The watchdogs like are way too overtuned for some reason to me. don't know why I'm humming Mario music to me. No, that's nothing new. Yeah, I didn't really mind that title, like you said, because I'm pretty sure the DLC revolves around me. Exactly, that's the thing. It's like I didn't technically specify what was going on with him, but it's one of those things where it's like, put two and two together. No demigod is leaving this game alive except Ronnie, and I guess Godwin's body. Hey, I forgot, this one's also a looping dungeon, so... I always forget where the rainbow rocks are. My dogs are barking at something. Do I not have any more rainbow rocks? Hang on, I hear Jar walking around. I hear him walking and I'm just like hesitant to look at the menu. Not like they're gonna kill me in one shot or anything like that. Yeah, okay. There's like 3 dungeons, 3 mini dungeons in this game where it's like this. They overlap over and over again. So don't get lost. Well, I died. I got a little too close to the explosion. And there goes a firework. Happens to the best of us. Yep. I love this sword. Anyway, I'm gonna get a shield out so I can actually block these guys without having to worry about too much damage. I'm not smart enough to hold this. Actually, you know what? The Mesmer shield is actually pretty cool looking. And also does 100 physical damage, and that's good. I love this sword. I love how the heavy swings also swing into the light swings perfectly like that also. It's probably my favorite weapon to come out of the DLC. I haven't gotten a chance to try like the backhanded blades and then like the fisticuffs. I know that one. That's one of them. I want to try, just want to throw down. I might save that for Godfrey just because. Throwing down with Horalu. There we go. Oh wait, I forgot. Hang on. First of all, let me just craft a couple more rocks. And let me just put this here. Hey, little guy. There are two versions of that. There's the ones with the big poison suckers and the little suckers right there. You know, it's been so long that I've used a shield proper in one of these games that I kind of forgot that, oh, the damage taken in from the stamina is pretty alright, all things considered. Okay, and then this one here. Okay, it doesn't help that this one also was purple, or the last one was also purple, so yeah, you know what, I'll just put another one. Okay, game. Thank you. You know, usually I assume that the rainbow system has got itself in order like that. Where it's like, you know, red, green, white, yellow, purple, blue, repeat. I don't know what the exact order is, but I always thought that they would be a bit more, so much purple. Exactly, it's one of those things where I'm just like, well, now I can't tell. Really, I could have just left it at the 2, but it's one of those things that was, like, really bothering me, like, come on. Really? Alright, that one has the bottom in it. I'm sure someone's already done it, but I want to see what what this kind of dungeon and the one in the capital that loops around also looks like from afar, like geometry-wise. Oh yeah, I forgot this fucking thing. Much more easier than I remember them being. Ow. Okay. Ow. Why did I try doing that? I'll try to armament hockey B. Yeah, he's the big one. Okay, now we can go underneath the, what's it called? The other... Here it is. Okay, it wasn't purple, it was pink, but in my defense, I could barely... When you remember... When you don't remember it right away... You could understand why I thought purple was the last one. Not to mention it did kind of do that, actually, with the, second piece there. Okay, so now we gotta bring back this. get this secret part under wraps. Get out of here. I'm not afraid of him anymore. That I am, though. I feel invincible. And we got Death Root, so we can go back to Garank. Give him that. It's been so long. I miss Garank. Alright. Moving on. Get out of here. Ah. That's a big bug. Hey, look who it is. It's been so long.
To think we'd meet in such a place. What could your purpose possibly... No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough for me. Call upon me again. In battle. Should you have the need. I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion.
that allowed him to visit the Erdtree. Indeed, I believe that is where Melania will be found. The Erdtree is hidden somewhere in these northern lands. I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion that allowed him to visit the Erdtree.
Okay. Alright, before we continue, I'm actually going to go back for a quick minute, because there's some quest stuff here. Who's over here? Oh, right, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We have that whole quest line to do, but I'm out of larval tears, so we're going to have to go back into Ronnie's quest line before we can help with that. But first, gonna talk to Raya about what's behind the walls. Excuse me, pardon me, Drew, babies. Alright.
If you follow this, it cannot... She said that to you. I should have known something was wrong. The signs were clear enough. Well, Zarias has placed her trust in you. All the more reason I must tell you that some things are better left unknown. Besides, no one should be blamed for their heritage. Think about it. We are resisting the ways of the Erdtree itself. What matters one's lineage in such a crisis? Zarias has placed her trust in you. All the more reason I must tell you that some things are better left unknown. Besides, no one should be blamed for their heritage. Zarias said something.
Alright.
Worthy tarnished. It is the run it.
The serpent that lurked in the shadows that night. It entered the room next to this one, and never came out. Perhaps the manor yet holds some secrets. If you discover anything, would you please share? Really? Oh, so there was a secret after all. Oh my. Lady Tanith, my own mother, has deceived me. Was I not born by the grace of a king? What is this? I remember this scent distinctly. Funny, isn't it? I am certain of it. I was born inside this. It's a part of my birth, Mother. You have my gratitude. Thanks to you, I am no longer afraid. I want to know how I was born and met Lady Tanith. One day, I hope to call her mother once again. This time from the bottom of my heart. I want to know how I was born and met Lady Tanith. One day, I hope to call her mother once again. This time from the bottom of my heart. I want to know one day.
Okay.
If you follow this, it cannot come. No. I haven't seen Zarias anywhere. And she has no scouting duties now. Has she gone off in search of answers? Why won't she just listen? May I ask your aid? Not as the manor's proprietress, but as Zarias' mother. If she discovers the answer to her question, and it causes distress, have her drink this potion, to purge that which would cause her pain. Yes, I know. My wish is a grave disrespect to her. No different than the Erdtree's imposition. But I've no choice. It must be done. My wish is a grave disrespect to her, but I've no choice. It must be done.
And then...
You're still alive.
You're still alive, eh? Well, until we meet again. Alright, and then we're gonna go back to... not Bonnie Village, but Jawbug, which is not horrifying compared to the DLC.
Again, cuz. Have you heard? A new potentate's come to the village. I think he said his name was Dialos. He seems a little down in the dumps, but his hands, as smooth as silk. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, actually. Even though good Sir Dialos has a wonderful suit of armor, he says he isn't a warrior, and since he's a coward, he won't be fighting anymore. His smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us, but I wish we had a potentate big and strong like you.
Kid, I'm gonna be real with you. With the kind of potentates I just came back and saw, count your blessings.
Dialos' smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us. But I wish we had a potentate big and strong like you.
Dialos isn't a child. He's the house. The tale of House Hasla will be spoken in blood. This guy over here.
Aren't you full of beans? No wonder you're covered in muck. Oh, my friend, it's been far too long. I have to say you caught me at a rather low point. But as you see, I've put all that behind me. Left the volcano manor, forging my own path now, making my own choices. Even a fool like me can look after some simple jars.
Welcome back, Fasama.
Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow. A fool I may be, I can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow.
No, Jawbaron's a good kid. He's not going to be a weirdo, Dean. He's going to be a proud warrior like his uncle Alexander. He's a good boy. Bakuno! Alright, hang on, we're just gonna go find... Zariah's over somewhere. Yeah, Alexander's over here. This way. Saying that because the only thing I know about Kira is that he likes hands. Vice Joel taught me that. Yeah, Kira. The thing about Kira though is that he's a serial killer, and he has a fetish for women's hands. So what he does is he like traces down women that he likes the look of their hands, kills them, and uses their hands as if like their girlfriend or something. Slurps, like, you know, gross, like, you know, slurps food off their fingers and like talks to them like it's a date. And sometimes if the hand starts to get a little too ripe, he'll disintegrate it with his stand, Killer Queen, and find another victim.
Oh, it's you. I'm afraid there is something I must tell you. I was an unwanted child, born not of grace, but of a hideous ritual, something that can never be accepted, not by men, nor serpents. Even Lady Tanith shouldn't accept me. I know that you have done so much for me, but I wish to ask one last kindness. Kill me, please. I thought that I feared nothing, but this, free me from this accursed frame.
No, we don't. I'm not going to do that.
I know that you have done so much for me, but I wish to ask one last kindness. Kill me. I thought that I feared nothing, but this, free me from this accursed frame. I know that you have, but I wish to ask. Kill me. I thought that I free me.
Okay, no. Anyway, what was my favorite arc in JoJo? I'm weird, but I really, really like part 1 a lot. I know it doesn't, like, expand a lot. All things considered, it's only, like, you know, I don't know how many chapters in the book, but it's 9 episodes in the anime. But I don't know, I just really, I vibe with Jonathan being a gentleman using sun karate to fight vampires. I like it. It's like Castlevania before Castlevania, you know what I mean? Something about it I just dig. But if I were to say things like, you know, with stands, at this point, I think part 4 actually might be my favorite. Joel and Kira killed an elderly woman in Sims 4 for knocking over his garbage can. Did he do it because of the garbage can, or he saw it as an excuse to get her pretty hands? Also, part 1's opening is probably my favorite in general. Oh, hey.
It is I, Lieutenant.
Hey, Lieutenant.
We're almost there. Castle Sol lies just off to the north, where the other medallion is housed. It will grant passage to the land of the Heath.
Okay, don't finish that thought. Hey, Lieutenant, do you know a commander named Joust? I think he was a Albinorc like you. That's all racist to say all Albinorcs know each other, right? Anyway. Time to fight Juno. I haven't finished part 6 yet. I kind of, like, fell off it because of the whole, you know, doing it in chunks. I got to what's his called? When the fuck I was almost taken out of it because like I could only take so much bullshit from JoJo. I will say, like my suspension of disbelief can only go so far with that series. Like, oh yeah, he made a kite out of leaves using sun magic. You know what? That's fine. I can understand that. But the fucking frogs falling from the heavens. It's like, all right, hang on. Like I was already also like kind of at my limit with part 5 because the ending of part 5 just kind of pissed me off. Like, cool. I guess that's it. Part 1 is tied for second in my opinion. That's fair. Is my personal favorite. Fair enough. I think just the... Hang on, let me fight Juno, because I can't look and dodge these whips at the same... Juno's dead. Kirkling moved into one home, and the same street as Dio, and an elder woman pushed over Kira's carriage, and then she exploded. That's Killer Queen in a nutshell. All right. I think the thing about part 5 that really got me is the fact that they made the arrows seem so much more important. Like they literally like a cosmic thing. Which like they were pretty important in the 4th one. But like there's something about like, oh, this one, if you're stabbed with an arrow, you get a stand. But if your stand gets stabbed with an arrow, you become like everything just goes to hell in a handbasket. And me personally, now I understand that my philosophy on like, you know, my writing philosophies are probably different than Araki's, but when I think of what would happen to my stand that's a swordsman, if it got stabbed with an arrow that gives stands, I don't know if I would say turning it into a Freaky Friday body shifting liquid stand defending AoE Cronenberg causing super nuke with a weird sun dial thing everyone has. Like, I don't know, the Silver Chariot Requiem I just did not care for, is what I'm getting at.
I see that you stayed the path of champions. This is your usual reward. Please, take it. Perhaps you are ready. Might you see our Lord? Our Lord will no doubt welcome you. Another kindred spirit, treading the path of champions.
Okay.
Yes, as it should be. Now, close your eyes for a moment. I will transport you to the Lord's chamber. Farewell, then. May your visit be fruitful.
Also, I have a hot take about what I think. I think would have been cooler if King Crimson. I don't know if the whole skip time and move forward is makes my brain hurt. But I think what would have been cooler is if they made it so. Instead of King Crimson, it was Black Sabbath that was Diavolo's stand. Just because, like, the way how everything is set up in the end for part 5 is like they're trying to run the clock to escape Diavolo and everything. And it gets darker, it becomes night as they're traveling, so I thought like something that lurking in the shadows like that would be really handy. Plus, when we first meet Diavolo, before we knew what he was, we saw him only in the shadows. So the basic idea is like, oh, he's constantly working in the shadows, always watching, something like that. Though then the problem is you have to then give what's his face. I already forgot who the fat guy was, who turns himself into a bed, by the way. Never understood that. Hang on. Do I have item crafting for... No, whatever. Alright. Maybe like the lighter can be a stand itself. Ow. Also, I just realized I'm heavy loaded. Also, Koichi just kind of showing up and then not doing anything afterwards. It's like, alright. Swapped armors just so I can move around lighter. Here's the first scariest serpent we've seen. This is such a great intro to a second phase. Say the line.
Showing myself and King as remedy. Together we will devour the very gods.
Now we can devour the gods together. I messed up. Okay, let's try again. First time I fought Rykard, I was alone in my room at 3 a.m. Did you have it blasting together? We're gonna devour the very gods. That's the image I'm getting from that. that hat. Damn it. Ah, damn it. Damn it, he's too far away. Oh, damn it. Ah, damn it. The goats together. That hut. Just give myself a little boost. I missed. That was a bad idea. Come on. Ah, dang it. Yeah, whatever. I rolled into the explosion. I always forget there's a delayed explosion on the line there. He's probably tired, man. He's tired than the final boss of the DLC, man. Well, there goes those runes. Whatever. Oh, well. For some reason, he feels really nostalgic. Exactly. Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like I spent like a week away from the base game, and it feels like I've played a completely different game now. You know? Like, with DLC in these games, it's very much like you get one new area, maybe like two, but like they're all still pretty confined, all things considered. Our max amount of bosses we've ever gotten in a DLC are just 5, versus we got 10 remembrance bosses in the DLC, plus smaller ones here and there. It might as well have been, it's the equivalent of basically half another Elden Ring, if you ask me. How much space did the DLC take up? I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, you know what? Let me just check real quick. Shadow of the Erdtree. Space. Elden Tree. Memory size? Or file size. Hang on. Look at Rykard while I look this up quickly. Excuse me. Okay, so on PlayStation, it was about 16 gigs. For comparison's sake, yeah, so for comparison's sake, Dark Souls 3 was 20 gigs. Shadow of the Erdtree was 16 gigs. That's almost an entirely new game. Alright, whatever. Yeah. Base cutscene, moving on. Damn it, I always forget he's super far away. I always forget there's a delay there. There we go. Tammy got Phil, Rykard's great room. Surcoat. But yeah, for $40, they basically just gave us a whole extra game, which is really wild to think. All right. Now here's the reason why Rykard lived until after the DLC is because I want to see if anything changes with Tanith. In regards to what we found in the DLC. I want to assume so. There was, I think, a dancer boss fight we did. One of the NPC graves we found was like a dancer, so. Hello, I did the deed.
It's true then. You've defeated our lord. No. I must thank you. Our lord was yet weak. You have taught us that. Defeat is not the end. Our lord is immortal, and will one day rise again. Stronger. Until then, I must stay the path and do my part. I will leave the Volcano Manor before long. I suggest you do the same. I will miss these encounters. The champion who walks the tainted path shines all the more. I always was an admirer. This is farewell. Perhaps we will meet again along the path. This is fair. Perhaps we will.
Okay. Thanks.
So, you killed Rykard. I harbor you no ill will. The strong take. Such is our code. Even he was prepared to meet a wretched end when he first took blasphemy unto his very flesh. But any road, the Volcano Manor is no more. Though we may yet fulfill an old promise. We hunted our own kind, and took what was theirs. And with everything in hand, the time has come to rise against the Erdtree. O greater will, hear my voice. I am the recusant Bernal, inheritor of my brother's will, and you will fall to my blade. We refuse to become your pawns. Consider this fair warning. O greater will, I am the recusant Bern. We refuse to become your pawns.
Okay. Then let's talk to Patches.
Now you've gone and killed Rykard. You scheming little bastard. Cripes, you make this nonsense seem, well, less nonsensical. Perhaps a Tarnished will be Elden Lord after all. But for now, this manor is finished. The demigod beast is slain, and Tanith has lost her head. A fine mess. But how else could it end? When Daddy Ambition's head over heels courting Lady Blasphemy. Well, here I am, untethered once again. Goodbye, my friend. What is it? Oh, come to make a parting donation to Patch's Emporium?
You've got nothing of value.
Cheers for that.
Alright. Couple little things to wrap up, and then we're gonna call it a stream. All right. Right. Excuse me. I thought that was a new person there.
Kill me, are you? You've always been so kind and uncompromising. I suppose I knew in my heart of hearts how kind and uncompromising you always were. I suppose how kind.
Sorry, just make sure. Okay, then we're gonna go all the way over here. Because everybody else is gone now in the manor. There you are, Patches.
Oh, you again. A shame you had to see me like this. Oh, I had a bit of a slip-up, that's all. I should have stuck to what I know best. No matter. I know I can trust you. Gullible, yes, but good soul. Make certain that Tanith gets this. Oh, it's nothing. It's just makes me sick to see her all bent out of shape. Come on, Tanith, back on your high horse where you belong. You're able then? Then I can rest easy, my friend.
And then he's dead. Now, so first of all, let me just... So here's why I kept her... I kept Tanith alive. Look at these dancers, castanets. Castanets used by dancers from distant lands. Castanets used by dancers from distant lands receive fun patches. The passionate dance compromises no seductiveness, but merely a dignified beauty. So, that implies that Tanith was some kind of dancer before becoming the head of the Volcano Manor, and we picked up this item in the DLC. Perfumed oil of Rana, a small bottle wrapped in a bright red cloth filled with flammable perfume oil used. The dancers of Rana kept these concealed as they dance, marking their height of their passion with an explosion of searing flame and sweet, enticing scents. So I want to assume, probably about to find out that they did nothing to extend this. Like I want to think something in the DLC might have connected to these two, but I'm probably overplaying my hand here, thinking that they did. But I want to at least see for myself. Also, be sure to listen real close to when Tanith isn't talking and when she is talking, and then when she stops talking to me. All right.
What is it? I have no need of that. I must continue devouring my beloved lord. Oh, you... Allow me some time. Our lord's carcass is vast, and not easily consumed. Dear Rykard, please, find purchase within me. I wish to be your serpent, your family. One day, let us devour the gods together. Dear Rykard, I wish to one day...
You can hear her actually eat his innards. It's so gross. But... enough of that.
My lord, Rykard.
Ow. Nice try. And she comes back dead. Alright, well, unfortunately, we did not get any new lore, like new implications or whatever from that, so it's just kind of a wild goose chase in that regard. Let's go over and activate Rykard's rune while we're here. really do like the look of this shield, though, also. See, I was also hoping with the DLC, like the reasons, like a couple of these towers have graces next to them. That I feel like that would imply that we get multiple use of these outside of like Morgott and Mohg having shared the same fingers. But that's just me. Anyway, here, might as well read off what we've got here. So, Rykard's Great Rune. Rykard was amongst the children of Rennala and Radagon, who became demigod stepchildren after Radagon's union with Queen Marika. But Rykard fed himself to the blasphemous serpent, Great Rune and all. And then we have Morgott's Great Rune. The Great Rune is the anchor ring that houses the base and proves two things: that the Omen King was born of the golden lineage, and that he was indeed the Lord of Lindell. And then Mohg's is Mohg and Morgott are twin brothers, and their great runes are naturally similar, but Mohg's rune is soaked in accursed blood from his devout love for the wretched mire that he was born into far below the earth. Yeah, so we have that knowledge, and then we're gonna go down to Jarberg. They're all alive. What the hell?
Dialos is moving, but I wish...
Rykard's dead, so all of you should be in distress.
So smooth, silky.
A fool I may be. I can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me?
So I gotta reload the area proper. What the heck? Whatever. Okay. We'll check here later. We'll cry and cry and cry about all that later. Alright, so I'm just going to read off Rykard's Remembrance, and then we'll call it a night. Excuse me. Here it is. Remembrance of the Blasphemous. Rykard took the form of a giant serpent that he might devour, grow, and live eternally. I understand the road of blasphemy is long and perilous, One cannot walk it unprepared to sin. That was my attempt at doing Rykard. Anyway. Blasphemous Blade. Sacred sword of Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, remains of the countless heroes he has devoured writhe upon the surface of this blade. Now they share the same blood, bound together as a family. Some HP is restored upon defeating an enemy. Unique skill, Taker's Flame. Raise the sacred sword aloft to set it ablaze with blasphemous flames, then bring it down the fire off a forward blast. The flames steal HP from those any touch it. And then Rykard's Rancor. The terrible power of Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, summons searing spirits that leave a trail of delayed explosions in their wake. These spirits manifest from the Rancor of heroes who met a violent end. The Lord granted them an audience whereupon they were welcomed by the maw of the great serpent, and within the serpent's bowels they became the Lord's kin. Alright. Just have that for the sake of having it. Any armor here? No, I don't think so. I'm half tempted to get Joust's armor. Okay, and then one little eye surcoat. Brown surcoat draped over chainmail. The insignia blazoned on the front marks out the wearer as the eyes and ears of Sir Gideon the All-Knowing. So somebody got eaten in Rykard's halls about trying to figure out what the heck's going on there. You really don't want to hear about what I did in DLC? No? Okay, well. Anyway, so, with Rykard now done, man, we really all thought it was going to be in the center right here. Anyway, with Rykard all done, that leaves us now with, that's all the demigods. Well, no, also Melania. But then, so, before we continue up to the mountaintop, and then eventually the Erdtree and all that, I figured we'd just do some of the remaining side quest stuff we do here, i.e. go up here, get Ronnie's centipede, and then go down from there. Anyway. But yeah, we're back in the base game, so everything's going to be familiar, not too unsurprising, it feels like. But, yeah, anyway, that's going to be a stream for me. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.